I'll put it into a different video and put it out, and we'll go on from there. Hopefully, um, I can get a little more consistent. Real life really hasn't calmed down too much, but it's stabilized enough that I feel like I can maybe make videos more consistently now. Maybe make videos more consistently now. Maybe make videos more consistently now. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Ironman Progress series. So in the background, you're going to start seeing some screenshots and clips kind of going by. Um, yeah, it's been a minute, hasn't it? Um, just like how the intro said, I totally planned to compile all these clips together and make a video, but life happens and things don't go exactly as planned. And of course, I'm sure most people kind of understand the whole ebb and flow of playing RuneScape. Most people don't play continuously. So these are all clips from January to July, I think, of 2021. I'm not mistaken. So, at this point, to kind of refresh people's memory, I was working on archaeology. You need 120 archaeology to get the Master Quest Cape, and so as I was doing archaeology, I would fill out all the collections and do all that kind of stuff. And then once I was, in the higher levels, like 106 plus or whatever it is, I started working on doing the Inquisitor grind and the Spear Tip grind. And so you can see that we got those done there. And then also, kind of in the background, I was doing daily Araxer kills, trying to get Araxer items. And so I got a Noxus staff, I got Inquisitor staff as well. Around this time, I started trying to do some AOD whenever people invited me and stuff, or I saw in the clan chat. I tried to tag along and learn that. I killed AOD like on release on my main way back when it came out, but I hadn't really. I did maybe like 20 kills total the first couple days, and that was about it. So this is my first time like actually proper trying to learn and do stuff correctly. And so while doing archaeology, of course, you get a bunch of invention XP. And so I got 120 invention as well. The person standing next to me in the clown outfit is one of my real life friends who plays RuneScape. And he just happened to be on at the time, so we kind of had a little impromptu 120 invention party. But yeah, invention was a really cool skill. I really enjoyed it. I don't think I ever got 120 on my main. I think I got 99 and then just kind of didn't really care too much about it. But yeah, invention's super cool. I do kind of like the gambling aspect of it, but at the same time, I've gotten kind of screwed over on some of the attempts at perks and stuff like that. That's, a little frustrating, especially on an Ironman where it's stuff like Armadillo components, Zamorak components, stuff like that. It's just a pain to go and get them. Compared to a main where you could just, go buy some more Armadillo armor pieces and whatnot. But, I also did get the invention pet. I don't remember when. I also grabbed the next pet I was doing with a friend of mine just to kind of break up the monotony. He had been grinding it out. And shortly after that, I finished up the Araxer like weapon set. The last one I got was a Fang, much to my chagrin. And this is shortly after the Skilling Offhands came out, I managed to bundle together and get the Orth and Furnace core. Um, this doesn't have a whole lot of uses, it doesn't really seem like, but um, I'm kind of a completion-y kind of person, if you can't tell, so I enjoyed getting all the materials put together and just enjoy having it. Um, yeah, I like the idea of this going offhands, but it seems like, you know, they're not terribly useful, but I guess they're also not bad either, so. Um, one of the other Master Quest Cape requirements is to talk to a couple of the spirit trees, and then you have to talk to the one in Prif as well, and then it like reconnects it back to the network or something like that. And then there's also some post quest things you have to do for this Majora in the Fremennik village, and it has to do I forget what their exact requirements. You have to do the whole memory collecting requirement that I already did, and then you also need something like 85 strength and 85 something else to fully unlock this chest and change the color of this gem where you get these different colored bow mungs. It's kind of a weird requirement, and a lot of people don't know any of the stuff exists besides the Master Quest cape, and it might be required for comp requirements. Around this time, I started AFKing caps in my downtime, and then started going for the Legio stuff. This was on my first day, my first batch of keys that I used up. You can see how many keys right there. It was insanely lucky. I was super under drop rate at this point, and then just to spoil it down the line, that all averaged out. Let's put it that way. Another Master Quest Cape requirement is to claim all the extra XP after Dishonor Among Thieves. This is me doing that there and putting the XP in Herblore. I barely managed to catch this on a screenshot, but I fully upgraded the Anachronia camp here at some point. And while doing some Slayer Point gathering during one of those bonus weekends or whatever it was, I got 99 strength while killing chickens on a chicken task. And I also grabbed a Elysian Sigil. I had AFK'd Corporal Beasts, kind of in the downtime with the Revenant Spear, or whatever it's called, Vestus Spear, and I ended up getting Elysian, which I really wanted because it matches the Master Quest Cape. It's the same kind of colors. Another requirement is you have to get all the lore books or pages from Eretz and put them all in the book and read the book. It's just one of those requirements where you can, just kind of bang it out in a little bit. It's not terribly RNG dependent. They're like 1 in 20 or something like that. There's, a handful of them. Next, I had gathered up enough supplies that I can make a Ingenuity of the Humans ability book. I don't really use it too much because I'm bad, I guess. I probably should use it a bit more. But it's just kind of one of those completionist things. Again, I just like unlocking permanent unlocks like this. And if I ever find a good use for it besides Smoke Cloud or something off style, yeah, it'll be there when I need it. And it's always fun when I make things like this. I see the G price of it because I've played an Ironman so long and I don't have a main or anything like that anymore. It's just very interesting to see how much XP or how much GP random things in the game are. It surprises me that Dragon Maddox are 80 mil or something like that. That's I don't know. It's just surprising to me given how fairly easy they are to get from Big Game Hunter. Here's a clip of me getting 99 prayer. It was just kind of one of those things. I was super close to it. I was like, I might as well just get it all the way. It'll help with PVM, with the extra prayer points, stuff like that. Plus, I also had a appraisal codex that I actually got from AOD, and so of course I wanted to use that. And I think we've all probably felt this. We've seen this little interface and like, okay, which one's which? So I had to look and double and quadruple check that Affliction was the magic prayer, because that's what I wanted to use. Because magic was my main style for the most part. I have the Inquisitor staff, so I kind of wanted to just go along with that and keep boosting up my magic. Of course, nowadays it'd be really handy to still have that codex for necromancy, but you know, it would have been sitting in the bank for a good year or two. I don't know. This was 2021, so damn near 3 years. Uh, so it's probably worthwhile that I actually did unlock it back then. Next, we have me doing 99 summoning. It was also just another one of those things like I'm really close to it and might as well just go and grab it. Smithing was the same way. I wanted to make masterwork. That was something I wanted to kind of like AFK in the background. And so you need 99 smithing for that. So I went and knocked that out. I had a bunch of crystal keys and I grabbed a lot of corrupted ore from that. Also grabbed the 5-year veteran cape along the lines. I realized one day I just like stopped and checked out hands that I was like super close to it, so I grabbed it. Here's a screenshot of me grabbing the behemoth notes. That's one of the dungeoneering requirements where you have to like go and get all the lore books from the various bosses and stuff. This is the lower level one. I think you need like 101 or something like that to get all the drops. I finished up all the Arc mini quests too. I really love the Arc. The Arc's kind of one of my favorite pieces of content. It's super cool. I love the aesthetics of everything. It's I love the whole Uncharted island mechanics. Super fun. Next up is the lore books from ED1. There's 22 pages just kind of laying around throughout the dungeon. You have to grab them all to form a book and read through it to do the achievement. Next up, there's a requirement priff. You have to do a bunch of the little tasks for each of the clan leaders, and one of the last ones I had to do was the super melee potion where you give it to Lady Mylar. And yep, this requirement's kind of annoying. It's buried in these dialogue options. I cut like a whole like 5 minutes out of this clip before I realized like what I had to do and what options I had to click through to actually give it to her. But we finally got there in the end and got this requirement. Yeah, and you have to claim the extra XP out of her. Next is my spear tip drop. I had been, AFKing archaeology even more. Of course, I need 120 for the Master Quest Cape. And so I finally got the spear at 118. So I had all the major RNG drops from archaeology at 118, which made finishing up 120 super nice. With the new God Wars dungeon, there's some lore stuff here. You have to get this book as a drop, I believe, and take it to this dragonkin, if I remember correctly. It's been so long. I'm recording this on January 7th of 2024. And like I said, these clips are from 2021, so these are 2 to 3 years old, these clips. It's wild to be kind of reflecting on all of this stuff that I've done, but it's been so long, I barely remember most of it. And plus, I was so kind of busy and frazzled with real life stuff going on at the time. It's kind of hard to really remember it. But yep, this is another one of those requirements for Master Escape. You just have to get these lore books and turn them in. Lastly, I got one of the big ones out of the way. This is the FAG incubator. As far as I understand, it's been buffed after I completed it, of course, but you have to do effigy incubator like, I don't know, 10 times or something like that. And originally took 10 months to do, but I believe it's sped up now that you can do it more often, at least for the sake of doing the requirement. I don't think you can actually get the full rewards as much or what, something like that. So here I'm opening up the Tetra compasses I got for finishing up some collections while finishing 120 archaeology. I think at this point I had like all the like items, the artifacts like in my bank to restore to 120. It was just kind of a matter of gathering extra resources and tying up loose ends before I got 120 because I didn't really want to like train after 120 or anything like that. So I opened up these citric compasses, and I don't have it documented because it was back when I was doing the low level archaeology around the time where I first started doing my first batch of tetra compasses. I did actually get one of the miss for the Tony's Matic, the key, like the one you get that isn't the actual key, the troll one, I guess if you want to call it that. So an actually really big requirement for the Master Quest Cape is this broken home requirement where you have to search all the chests and grab all the XP lamps. Each chest requires a progressive like level 10 in all skills. So like the first chest is 10 in all skills, the next chest 20, 30, all the way up to 90. This is actually like a big requirement for Master Quest Cape because a lot of skills you wouldn't need higher than 60, 70, 80 or something in the skill to get Master Quest Cape if it weren't for this requirement. So that's a reason why I have like 90 agility and cooking and fishing and like some of that where you don't have a requirement that's very high for them, but you need at least 90. I did the impressing char achievement that you just saw, and there's the achievement for unlocking the infernal ads. I think I go and claim it in a different clip. Oh no, I think there's two different achievements. I don't remember if like one's for the diary or what, but one's you unlock it, you go and claim it, and then you have to like go and do something with it to actually do like a diary step or something like that. And I kind of lost the king here. He's stuck in his dining room, seems like. Yeah. This is really a throwback. It's really kind of funny because I boosted, and you can't actually equip it without having the actual level. You can't boost to equip it or something like that. And lastly, here we have the personal slayer dungeon requirement where you have to fill it up with a certain amount of souls to slowly uncover all these murals. Each mural requires like 20 souls or something like that each to like go and uncover them and like read the lore about it, learn it from the ghost there. And so just all in total you have to do like half of the amount of souls like for the trim requirement or something. I kind of scroll through here. So those are all the souls. I guess it's 110 souls out of 162 at the time of the recording of this. Again, that was in 2021, so there's quite a few new ones by now. But yeah, so these are the clips from, like I said, January 1st to around July, I think, 2021. And I'm going to have a separate video that hopefully will come out within the next like month and not like the next 4 or 5 years. With the remainder of the year of 2021, I wanted to break it up because this is already like 20 minutes long or something like that. And I don't want to make like a 40-minute video of just kind of clicking through clips. And yeah, so look forward to the next one. Hope you enjoyed this one. And I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you. Have a good day.